This is Captain Juma, ready for takeoff. Altitude steady, eyes on the horizon.
But not so long ago, Juma wasn't in a cockpit above the clouds. It was just a boy sitting under a tree in a dusty village with nothing but questions in his heart and dreams in his eyes. Juma's school had no walls. There was no electricity. Books were few, desks even fewer. On some days, when it rained too hard or the teacher didn't show up, class didn't happen at all. But Juma, he had a dream. He wanted to fly. In many rural places across Africa, children's dreams grow under tough conditions. Without books, without lights, and sometimes without encouragement, dreams begin to fade. One day, Juma looked sad. His shoulders slumped and his eyes no longer followed the clouds. His teacher noticed. She walks over and sits beside him. "Juma, you've been quiet today. What's troubling you?" she asked. He hesitates, then mumbles softly, "I don't think someone like me can ever be a pilot." The teacher takes a deep breath, opens her bag, and pulls out an old magazine page. On it is a photo of a boy standing proudly beside a plane made from scrap metal. She showed him the boy who built a plane with his bare hands. She told him about astronauts who once studied with candles and engineers who started with dreams drawn in the sand. "A pilot isn't made in a fancy school, Juma," she said. "A pilot is made with vision, courage, and learning, and it can start anywhere." She looked him in the eye and smiled. "Where you start does not decide how far you would go, but how hard you try. That's everything." Juma looked up. His eyes lit with something new. And from that day, everything changed. He stayed after class. He folded paper planes from old notebooks. He borrowed books from neighbors and friends. And when night came and the village went dark, he studied by candlelight. All across Africa, change was beginning to take flight. Solar classrooms began to lit up. Scholarship reached remote places, libraries opened with donated books, young learners dreamed bigger and bolder. Juma earned a place in a school far from his village. Then he got a scholarship, then flying lessons. And soon, the boy who once drew planes in the sand was touching the clouds for real.
This is Captain Juma, ready for takeoff. Altitude steady, eyes on the horizon.
So young explorer, what's your sky? Even if your classroom has no roof, even if your textbooks are shared, your future has no limits. But we must remember, millions of children still learn like Juma did. On the trees, on broken benches, with one book among five. Their dreams are just as bold. They don't need perfection. They need a chance. Because education isn't just about lessons. It is about freedom. It's about flight. It's about believing that the impossible is only a story we stop telling ourselves. And young explorers, remember this. The sky is big enough for everyone to thrive.